So hey guys, my name is Rishabh Singh, a first year medical student from Eastern Medical College and Hospital, Comella. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, so please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try to provide you some educational video related to MBBS. I hope you will gain or acquire something new at the end of it. If you like, don't forget to subscribe, like and comment below. Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to talk about the connective tissue histology. So starting with the today's topic, connective tissue. As you can see in this chart, I'm going to discuss about the classification of connective tissue. So connective tissue is divided in adult and in embryonic. In embryonic it is mesenchyma and mucus, and in adult it is proper connective tissue and specialized connective tissue. Proper connective tissue again have two branches, loose connective tissue and dense connective tissue. Loose connective tissue have areolar connective tissue, adipose connective tissue, reticular connective tissue. However, dense connective tissue have further two branches, which is regular dense connective tissue and irregular dense connective tissue. Irregular dense connective tissue is subcutaneous tissue, and regular dense connective tissue is again divided into white fibrous connective tissue and yellow elastic connective tissue. Now the white fibrous connective tissue is divided into two parts, which is cord, that is tendon, and in the form of sheet, and yellow elastic connective tissue is in the form of cord, which is ligament, and also in the form of sheet. Now coming to, so this finish our topic of proper connective tissue. Now coming to specialized connective tissue. As you can see the word specialized. So starting with the first, that is supportive or skeletal connective tissues. Here CT represent connective tissue. Its further classification are bones and cartilage. So bones are of two types, compact, spongy, and cartilage is of three types: hyaline cartilage, fibrous cartilage, and calcified cartilage. Now coming to vascular or fluid connective tissue, it is of two types. One is blood and another is lymph. And blood have again a classification, have blood plasma, blood corpuscles. Blood corpuscles is divided in RBC, WBC, platelet. WBC is again divided in granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes consist of eosinophils, basophils, neutrophils, and agranulocytes consist of monophils and consist of lymphocyte. Now coming to reticular connective tissue, it is also a part of specialized connective tissue, and pigmented connective tissue, it is also a part of specialized connective tissue, and mucoid connective tissue. So this completes our total chart on the connective tissue. Now coming to the connective tissue topic in detail. So the connective tissue word is given by O. Hertwig. He is a histology. He has given the word connective tissue. So connective tissue is most widely present tissue in our body, which constitute about 30 to 40% of total body weight. It is mesodermal in origin, hence it is called mesenchyme, and it is given by a histologist, Hertwig. He is the histologist who given the term connective tissue. Now coming to basic components of connective tissue. So the basic components of connective tissue is, first is matrix, which is a ground substance. It is formed by mucopolysaccharide in form of hyaluronic acid and glycolipid. These mucopolysaccharide is polysaccharide with mucus. So that's why it is called mucopolysaccharide. And then it consists of various cells in the connective tissue. Like first coming to fibroblast cell. So as you can see, largest cell with max in number, and fibroblast. Blast here means cellular layer. It is branched cytoplasmic process which arise from these cells, so they appear irregular in shape. As you can see, they are irregular in shape and they secrete fibers. So that's why they are called fibroblast, fiber secreting cell. They are rich in rough endoplasmic reticulum and also they do protein synthesis. They are chief matrix producing cell they modify into osteoblast and chondroblast cell to produce bone and cartilage. Their main function is to produce the fiber and secrete matrix. Hence, they are also called an important component of connective tissue. Now coming to plasma cell. As you can see, it is a cartwheel structure like thing. So it is called plasma cells, which is also called plasmocytes, and it is also called cartwheel cells. Basically, plasma cells join to form the lymphocytes. So lymphocytes is the unit in which various plasma cells combine. So formed by the division. So when lymphocyte divides, then the plasma cell is formed. So called the clone of lymphocyte. So it is also called the clone of lymphocytes. Its function is to secrete and transport the antibodies throughout the body. Now coming to mast cell or mastocyte cells, which is also called macrocyte cells. So they are numerous and they are small in size and they are amoeboid in shape. These cells functionally similar to basophils. The function of these cells is to secrete three substances: histamine, and then heparin, and then serotonin. Now coming to histamine, it is potent vasodilator which will decrease the BP, and if the BP is decreased, then we know blood flow will also decrease, which dilates the lumen of the blood vessels, and it also increases the permeability of the blood capillaries. It take part in allergy and inflammatory reaction, and it is a bronchodilator. Now coming to heparin, as we all know, heparin is a natural anticoagulant which prevents the clotting of blood. Now coming to serotonin, it is a potent vasoconstrictor which will increase the BP and it will also increase the blood flow. It is also called 5-HT hormone, which is 5-hydroxytryptamine. Now coming to macrophages, histiocytes or plasmocytes. Macrophages are phagocytic cell which are large cell with the large nucleus. It is the second largest cell of the connective tissue after fibroblast, and in number also they are second largest than the fibroblast cell. These are amoeboid and kidney shaped nucleus. Cytoplasm quantity is more and granular because more number of lysosomes. So in this histiocytes or plasmocytes or macrophages, the lysosome number is more. These cells are phagocytic in nature, which engulfs foreign particle, bacteria, etc. by the process called phagocytosis. So they do phagocytosis. These cells arise from the fusion of monocytes, which is also called as macropoliceman of the blood. These cells also called scavenger of cells of connective tissue because these cells cleans the connective tissue by destroying dead or damaged worn out cell as well as foreign particles. Now coming to macrophages present in different body organs, these are in lungs, it is called dust cell who modify to form Clara cell, in liver, Kupffer cell, in blood, monocytes, in brain, microglial cell, in thymus, Hazel's granule or Hazel's corpuscle cell, in spleen, reticular cells. Now coming to lymphocytes. These are less in number and amoeboid in shape. They secrete antibodies and these cells divide to form the plasma cells. So these are basically the precursor of the plasma cells. Now coming to fibers. Two types of proteinous fiber present in connective tissue secreted by fibroblast cells. One is white collagen fibers. They are unbranched. They are shiny white fiber composed of tough non-elastic collagen protein which is called tropocollagen. Now coming to next point, these fiber abundantly present in vertebrates form or constitute 1/3 part of connective tissue fiber. These fiber are arranged in bundle called fascia. On boiling, these fiber loses their toughness and converts into gelatinous, and they were also digested by a proteolytic enzyme called pepsin. Now coming to second fiber, that is yellow elastin fiber. These are non-branched. They are faint or pale yellow in color and composed of elastin protein. These fiber not arranged in bundle, instead of they present single. These are branch fiber. These fiber are stretchable, elastic in nature, and highly resistant to the chemical. They did not change on the boiling. So yellow elastin fiber did not change like the white collagen fiber change on boiling. These fiber are also digested by the proteolytic enzyme, which is trypsin. Now coming to reticular fiber or reticulin fiber. They are highly branched and form a dense network. They are composed of reticulin protein. They are delicate with no elasticity. They are also called eosinophil fiber as they stained with the silver salt. These fiber in lymphoid organ like spleen, lymph node, tonsil, it is present, and they are highly branched, and they are also called the precursor or derivative of the collagen protein. So as you can see, all the fibers share collagen, elastin, and reticular or eosinophils as it is stained with a silver salt stain. So it is white. So it is a compare table between all the three of them. So collagen is white, elastin is yellow, reticular is again white. Collagen occur in bundle, elastin occurs single, and reticular also occur in single pair. Collagen is unbranched, elastin is branched, reticular is branched. Collagen is tough, elastic is elastic, and reticular is delicate. Collagen found in tendon, they are found in ligament, elastin is found in ligament, and reticular or eosinophils found in spleen, lymph nodes, and the liver. On boiling, they convert to gelatinous substance. In elastin, there is no change, and in reticular eosinophils, they do not form gelatin by boiling. Now coming to digestion part, the collagen are basically digested by the proteolytic enzyme, that is pepsin, elastin by the trypsin. Now coming to adipocyte cells or adipose cells, they are basically the fat cells or fat globule. They store fats. They are oval in shape. So there are two types of adipocytes: monolocular adipocytes which form white fat, and multilocular adipocytes which form brown fat. So this is all about the components of the connective tissue. Now coming to the branches and further division of the connective tissue according to the classification. So now coming to proper connective tissue, on the basis of arrangement of fiber and cell in the matrix, there are of following types. Like loose connective tissue, it consists of cells present in the matrix. In between the fibers are present, the cells and fiber are loosely arranged, which makes the tissue elastic, and the reticulin protein supports the tissue by forming a collagenous meshwork. On the basis of cells and fiber, it is divided into three subtypes. First type is areolar loose connective tissue. So as you can see in the diagram, this is a diagram of areolar tissue in which you can see macrophage, fibroblast, collagen fiber, matrix, and the mast cell. Now coming to the description of areolar tissue, it is abundantly present connective tissue in the body. It is also called as spongy tissues because max intercellular space or substance is present. Due to irregular arrangement of bundle of collagen fiber, many gaps are present between them, which is called areolae, in which other fiber cells are also present. Some elastin fiber are also present in areolar tissue, but reticulin fiber are absent. These tissue occur beneath the epithelium of many internal organs such as skin, blood vessels, wall outside of seminiferous tubule, medulla of ovaries, submucosa of bronchi, trachea and intestine, and tala subcutaneous. This continuous layer with the connect with the skin with the underlying skeletal muscle. Now coming to adipose connective tissue, they are beneath the skin mainly. As you can see the diagram, it is nucleus, it is fat storage, it is a plasma membrane. This is a diagram of adipose tissue. They contain adipocyte cell. They provide an insulating layer which is subcutaneous fat layer. They act as cushion and present around the kidney and the eyeballs, so they act as a shock absorber. Their main function is to act as shock absorber, and extra nutrients which convert into the fat, they are stored in this location of the adipocyte cells. Now adipocyte cells are of two types: white tissue cell, which is monolocular, in which one nucleus is there and fat globule is single, and brown tissue cell, which is multilocular, which have multiple fat droplets. As you can see in the figure, they have more mitochondria. They are found in newly born and hibernating animals. They provide more energy but not substitute of the food, 20 times more heat than the white tissue cell. So brown tissue cell has more energy component than the white tissue cell. And one important thing here is that the adipose tissue or the adipocyte is stained by the Sudan's solution. So now I will discuss about the location of the adipose loose connective tissue. Basically, in human, it is formed near the yellow bone marrow, and the brown fat is, or the brown tissue cell, is seen in the common newly born baby. And there is one more important point, that the brown fat is called as cold resistance device because it provides the heat to the body, and infant or the small child need the heat to get themselves protect from the cold environment. So the brown fat help to achieve it. So that's why cold resistance device is called as brown fat. Now I will discuss about reticular connective tissue. As you can see, reticular fiber or reticulin protein rich is called reticular connective tissue. It is basically found in the lymphoid organ, and example is spleen, lymph node, example tonsil, pear patches in small intestine, trachea, bronchi, etc. So now coming to dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue are basically rich in fibers, and fibroblasts are compactly packed and show in two orientation: dense regular connective tissue and dense irregular connective tissue. So as you can see, regular dense connective tissue, it is in this collagen fiber are present in the form of bundle or rows in between parallel bundle of elastin fibers. These are present in the form of cords in which bundles of the collagen fiber and matrix distributed in alternate pattern. Now coming to its part, that is tendon. These are mainly parallel collagen fiber bounded together in a cement matrix called tendomucoid. Some elastin fiber are also present. Reticulin fiber is absent here. Connects muscle to bone. This is the function of tendon. When tendon convert to bone are sesamoid bone, example patella. So when the tendon convert to bone, like in the case of patella, we know tendon convert to bone, so they are called sesamoid bone. Example is patella in leg, which is largest sesamoid bone of the human body. Now coming to ligaments. These are the bundle of collagen fiber present in the matrix in the regular pattern, but more elastic fiber are present in the form of network, hence also called yellow fiber connective tissue. These main function is to connect bones to bones, like iliofemoral ligament, which provides support to hip bone, strongest ligament of the body, which connect ilium of the pelvic girdle with the femur of hind limb. Now coming to ligamentum nuchia. In quadrupeds such as cows, buffaloes, the strongest ligament in foreleg in cow, buffaloes. Now coming to dense irregular connective tissue. In this tissue, fibers, mostly collagen fiber, arranged irregularly, that is in different direction in matrix. These tissue present in form of sheath. Sheath consists of white collagen fiber. Example is pericardium, outer covering of heart; periosteum, outer covering of bone; perichondrium, outer covering of cartilage; epimysium, outer covering of muscle, which is the bundle of muscle fiber; renal capsule, which is the outer covering of kidney; Tunia albuginea is the covering of ovaries and testes. Duramet is the hard mother of brain, which is outer covering of the brain. Cornea of eye, which is avascular. Glissen's capsule, outer covering of liver. Sheet consists of yellow fibrous connective tissue, irregular distribution of white fibers, and most yellow fibers in the matrix. Example is wall of alveoli in lungs, wall of small bronchioles, wall of lymph vessels and blood vessels, true vocal cords in larynx. So this completes our today's topic on proper connective tissue. This is the part 1 of the connective tissue. In part 2, I will discuss about the specialized connective tissue in detail. So if you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is MBBS Studies with Rishabh Singh. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. We'll be right back.